Okay, so now we'll go a bit into what's in the castle. So there's this picture of the castle. There's no top-down floor plan. There's a side view floor plan that shows the different dungeon levels. And for each level, there's a page of text that tells you about it, and a floor plan. And the maps, I play online, and the maps are really bad for that. There's like a whole space between rooms that shouldn't be there, so I had to add a door at each end of the rooms. And some of the maps reveal stuff that the player shouldn't see. So, yeah, but it's really nice that they give things in different colors. Some things are in blue, if it's very important. Red for magic items that you could get XP for. Aviary. There's an aviary with different kinds of avian bird creatures. And the way this one, it was hard to do this online because these are a series of cages inside of cages, and so you can see all the way to the center. And there's a secret passage that is visible on the map that I showed the players. Okay, the next level is the Orrery. And this one is partially flooded. And there's a way of getting to another place. Yeah, and my players never met this guy, the visitor. Because my players explored most of this, but they missed stuff. They didn't look for secret doors enough, and they didn't go everywhere. Okay, the next level is Antiques and Alchemy. So this one. And yeah, it's one thing my players did not explore. Is one of the artifacts was Snow White's bower bed, and if you sleep in it, some of these rooms have different stuff than they do if you look at them while you're awake. Because my players didn't know that. Yeah, here's some cards. Archives and Ruins. Yeah, this right here is kind of hard to do online because this is actually open space here. These rooms here, they're not indoors actually. Interesting device. Another thing, there was a ship that they didn't find. There's the ship. And there's the dragon. It looks more like a crocodile snake thing. And the sword, deflector. And the next level is the demonium, which the players did not explore at all, so they didn't go see all this stuff here, because they got scared off by some of the stuff that was in here. At one point, they sacrificed 2 characters to bring back another one. And yeah, and the demonium includes a gate to hell, and so there's different rooms on the way into hell. Stuff they could have seen, but they didn't choose to go to hell. And in the Crystal Cave, which was a rather interesting adventure, especially with this lady and her frog. This. And this. So, there's like a hex grid for the thing. I used the full color map and was able to do it that way. There's the harpies. I don't think my players ever met the harpies. Here's where one of the giants lives. There was this cave as a side view thing of a cave. And I don't think that my players never made it to the tomb, so I missed some loot. There's a witch who flies around in a pot. And a lair. One of the merry band of merry outlaws. A naiad. And here is a guy on a throne guarded by a dragon. The Black Knight, Black Cat. Yeah, so in the back we have a whole listing of the treasures and how much XP you can get for them and where they're located and a description of them. And they're divided according to what level of the dungeon they appear on, including what the faculty has. And none of my players tried to steal from the teachers, but they had some interesting items. Here's a sample menu for foods that they might have. There's a bibliography of some interesting books you might want to read before you run this. I wish I'd read The Once a Future King before I read this. There's a demon generator. A knight errand generator. Every session I would create a new knight errand in case I ran into one. And a fairy knight generator. These are elven knights. And I would create a new one after they would meet 1 and 2. Here's the students. Based on years. They didn't interact with the other students much. There's a spring forest encounters. Now you roll this on a D20 if they're on the road, but a D100 if they're in the wilderness. And anything over 52 is no encounter. But they didn't do much tramping through the wilderness. There's but they have different tables for different seasons here. Summer, winter, fall. And then there's a dungeon encounter one. And the way this one works is on the first level, anything over 30 is no encounter. On the second, anything over 40. On the third one, anything over 50. And after that, anything over 60 is no encounter. And the teachers are all possible encounters, so are students. So, it's the Yellow Book of Brechenwold. It was a very interesting adventure. My players very much enjoyed it, and maybe you will.